Well, here we are with the update then, and look at that. We have a Ford Sierra RS 500 Cosworth. Now, I do love any Cosworth, to be honest. A Cosy. This is the Ford Sierra, of course. 200k from the used car dealership. So a little bit expensive if you're struggling for money, but after this patch, I'm not sure you will be struggling for money. And look at the detail on the inside. Oh, so nice. It is actually ridiculous how nice that is. Let's jump to some racing action then of the Sierra. I loaded the custom race here. I've got to set the rolling start so close because I was testing it. So they all dart right and I dart left. And believe it or not, we're at Road Atlanta. It's also in the update then. As we come through his first corner. This first corner, a very difficult corner to get right at full pelt. It really is. I've done a few races at Road Atlanta before in other games, and oh my word, it is difficult. Let's go through this right-hander then. This is where a lot of the deadly action will happen. People diving up the inside to try and get there. It's a blind apex as well. And as you come down here, this is where you want to be single file, really. Obviously, I'm playing it AI, so it's not that bad. But oh yeah, in multiplayer, you want to be single file through here. You'll lose a lot of time if you're not. There'll also be crashes if you're not. Barrier will have a lot of visitors there to the right-hand side. I'm going to head down towards this double right-hander, essentially, so we turn back on ourselves. 90 degrees and 90 degrees again. So you'll have some moves into here, which is okay. And what you will find is a lot of people diving down the inside into this right-hander. It's a very, very hard right-hander to get right, and it's one that you need to get right because this is the back straight, essentially. Now, what I will do is I'll show you a full fast lap then, because watching me race the II is pretty boring. Go into here, you're going to see how difficult it is then. Look at how much you took it in. If you edge over even slightly wider there, you're going off. And it's, oh, look at over the crest of the hill here. I'm in the Ford GT here. And you can't see that curb until the very last second. Very difficult to get right. As you go through this left-hander, you're going to go down. You want to lift slightly here just to get over to the right-hand side. Then it's flat all the way up to the top of the hill. And the billboard there is your brake marker. And you want to chuck it in. Now, you can run slightly wide here. The curb does go over there. It's usually a bit bumpier than that. So I'm used to, it's kind of nice that it's not as bumpy as I'm expecting as we head down towards this right-hander. I use a tarmac on the right-hand side there as a brake marker if you're interested in brake markers here. As you come to this point here, this corner is one of the most vital corners to get right on the circuit because it's a huge accelerating zone here. You're going to be on full throttle for quite a while here, over 10 seconds, I think. And you're going to head down towards the chicane. But yeah, this track is a very nice track in terms of time trial. I'm not sure how clean the rating's going to be, I've got to be honest, because this braking zone coming up, for example, very hard braking zone into a chicane. Lots of people are going to be diving down here. That gravel trap over there is going to be the scene of lots of rail entries. I'm telling you that right now. Over the crest of the hill then, down in towards this right-hander. This is flat, apparently, in the Ford GT. It's nice and easy. In other cars, it might not be flat. You will have to be careful, but it's not a bad track, Road Atlanta. It really isn't, so it's nice to see. It'd be good if we got multi-class in there as well. A superb multi-class track. So we've got the BMW M2 as well in terms of buying from the dealership, this one. The M2 competition, sorry. And it usually comes in blue. It's what you see in most. So there's Long Beach blue and all the colours. And also the Silvia that was next to the Sierra. That's worth 60,000 credits. And it said pounds then. But that is credits, and that is all the cars and the tracks in this update. There is some exceptions with liveries, etc. But even so, what we're going to do now, we're actually going to have a look at the car valuation service. Yes, you can sell your cars right now. So you can see here, you get your character, Andy, telling you what to do as you go into here. Well, if you look on the right side, you have a variation from yesterday. I'm not fully sure how that works. I'm assuming it's based on stock in terms of if they've got a lot of stock or not. I don't know. It's a fundamental bit of guessing there, but even so, you can see there that these cars are up, and what we will do actually is we'll just sort it by manufacturer, and I'm going to try and sell a car here. Hopefully I can find a duplicate, potentially, I'm not too sure, but if you come down here, I'm not seeing any duplicates at all. We'll keep going down. You can see here M2 competition. Now we bought that for 60k, and it's only 52.6 there, so brand new. We lose around 8k in valuation. I think it was 60k I bought it. Let's go to the Ford Sierra, actually. This will be a better one. So we bought it for 200k. It drops to 92k. I bought it for 200. I lost half my money straight off the bat. That's pretty insane, that, isn't it, really? But yes, you can sell cars in there. And you just get the credits, essentially, and you lose the car. Right, okay, what we're doing next, we're going to go to the lobby because there's been some lobby changes in here as well. Now, what actually has happened is I'll just load some settings here, so some of the TCR stuff, and go up, Tidge, go up. There we go. So we got practice qualifier and race. We finally have qualifying in. That has been a big need in this game for quite a while. I'm not sure why it had gone for so long, but there we go. We have it here. So you can set the similar options up to 180 seconds. And you can do 24 hours of qualifying if you really want to do 24 hours of qualifying. I'm not sure anybody's ever done that. Maybe that's a world first. That could happen at some time. Who knows? We also have this anniversary update up at the top. So a big logo, 25th anniversary of Gran Turismo. I remember when I made my 20th anniversary. I'll put it at the end of the video, the 20th anniversary video I made. It's kind of nice, to be honest with you. With Gran Turismo 5, I think it was. But you get the gift car of the X2019. And then you have these 2 races. So when I said you don't need money anymore, you really don't need to worry about money anymore. I mean, look, you get all that money there. So what's that? 1.8 million for doing this. So essentially the Manufacturers Cup race. You can give it a go yourself. Technically, this is Adam Wilk's idea to some extent, in terms of he said about doing that, you know, copying the races, being able to take part in it yourself. And again, another 1.8 million on offer there, and you can pick any Escudo you like as long as it's in your livery. And we've got a Union Jack one there right in the middle. I won't do those because I don't want to spoil it for you. But we also have a new daily race A, with a reward increase of 400%. That is pretty mad, that 400%. So, you know, a bit more money there for you. Again, they're trying to copy the manufacturer's settings, although I think they've done it a little bit wrong this time. You got all the tyres available to you, but if it's only a 5-lap race and you don't need a specific tyre, you just pick racing softs. And believe it or not, if you go in your own Group 3 car, like the Suzuki up ahead, you can just go in that as well. So yes, the rentable cars are only the manufacturer choices, but you can pick whatever you want. So we're going to do this race. Just going to show you some of the craziness that happened today. So I'm going to get pushed into barrier there. Get a 5-second penalty. Thank you, Seven, for that. That is really appreciated. You really should have given me more space there, and you didn't, which is... Oh, we've got Chicken Angel off there. Chicken Angel off. Now, they did say hello in chat, and they said a panic because I was in the lobby, but never panic when I'm in here. We can have a good race, good fun. But 5 seconds of penalties. You see, oh, look, there we go. We've got rid of them. Scream Rider hasn't got rid of theirs yet in that Supra 97. We're through this left-hander then. We go round the outside here and, yeah, up into P8. And we've got Chicken Angel up there. 10 seconds of penalties now. They're not having a good day, Chicken Angel, are you? Really not having a good day. As we come through here then, we've got a Porsche up ahead. I chose the Porsche, to be honest with you, just because it's a safe bet. And I thought, okay, I'll just show you this daily race, see what it's like. As we come through this right-hander, they go for the making sure that I don't get the inside line there, Tatooine. So I change my mind and go on the outside, and we get that position. Chicken Angel up to 15 seconds of penalties, and on top of all that, they go for another spin there. So yeah, we're going to get P6. The cursed position is ours. Now MR cars there, still struggling with that weight transfer in this patch then, which is a bit unfortunate really, but even so, we're up against Quirexen in the BMW M6. Going through this left-hander. Let's advance a bit further on there. We just saw Chicken Angel saying that in the chat. Going through this left-hander then. Oh, a little bit sideways then in towards this break as well. Boo's gone very deep here. And, oh, correct. Just got it slightly wrong there. We're going to actually boot it out the corner. Get up into P5. Happy days. Jobs a good one there. As we're going to advance. We are going to advance there towards Boo then. So Boo in the Audi R8. I mean, shout out for using the Audi R8 because it's a sketchy car. And we're seeing that right now as we head into this left-hander then. I was hoping for a cutback of some kind, but it didn't really work. And I was a bit conscious of the BMW behind as well. So we're just stuck behind Boo for now. Oh, it's a barrier. Don't get a penalty. So, you know, you get glanced into the barrier. You get 5 seconds. Absolutely pound it like Boo does. You get 0. So pound the barrier is what we're saying here. Pound the barrier. Anyway, into the right-hander we go there. Quirix is racing clean, you know, trying to do their best that they can. I wasn't too happy with turn 1, lap 1, but even so, they're still trying to race as clean as possible, so it's fair dues. And we're going to get the run on Boo then as we cross the line onto lap number 4. And we're going to go down inside. I was scared here because I didn't want to get pushed into the barrier and get another 5-second penalties, but no, I was already past Boo at this point. And we're going to go in towards this left-hander. And if you have a look behind you, so the Audi goes deep. The BMW goes off for a spin. A lot of people will go off there. Basically, there's a little yellow painted bit of barrier. Just let off then and carry on. It's all good. Anyway, we advance towards the end where we don't actually get third. We get close to mid-mates there. But that is the end of that daily race. And that is it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed this preview of the patch. Somewhat different, just because I've got the chance to be able to do that this time. If you want me to do more of these, do let me know. And please do enjoy the new patch and features. I certainly will. But as I say, that is it for me, folks. Do give it a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. And I'm going to say good luck, au revoir, and have another good rest of the week racing.